Have you ever wondered why you still remember that one argument from years ago? Why one insult from someone close to you still hurts more than all the praise you've ever received? Or why, somehow, when someone's watching, you suddenly work faster, better, sharper? You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. This is how your brain is wired. And today, I want to share 3 powerful truths about your mind. Truths that may finally explain some of the feelings you've been carrying for years, without even knowing why. Let's start with memory. You probably believe that you remember the important things in life. The birthdays, the exams, the big moments. But that's not how memory works. The truth is, you don't remember what happened. You remember how it felt. Your brain is not a video recorder. It's more like a story collector, but only the stories that left a mark on your heart. That's why we remember our heartbreaks more than our achievements. That's why a single look of disappointment from someone you loved can echo in your mind for years. It's not about what was said. It's about what was felt. This is known as the emotional memory effect. Your brain tags emotional experiences as high priority. Whether it's love, fear, shame, joy, or pain. And it doesn't even have to be big. Sometimes, the smallest moments become the loudest memories. That one time you raised your hand in class and someone laughed. That day your parent forgot to say, "I'm proud of you." That awkward moment at a party where you felt invisible. Years go by, but that feeling doesn't. Not because you're holding on to the past, but because your brain decided, this matters. Even your childhood memories? They're not just flashes of events. They're moments when you felt something deeply. Safe, unsafe, loved, ignored, seen, invisible. Now here's the catch. Not all emotions are remembered equally. There's one emotion that overpowers all others in your brain's hierarchy. And that emotion is fear. Let's talk about negativity bias. Have you ever had a day where one tiny thing went wrong, and suddenly your whole day felt ruined? One mean comment on social media, and you forget the 10 kind ones. One failure, and your brain starts replaying every mistake you've ever made. That's not weakness. That's evolution. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors lived in dangerous environments. They didn't need to remember how pretty the flowers were. They needed to remember where the lion attacked. Your brain evolved to prioritize survival. And survival meant remembering pain, danger, rejection. So even today, you walk into a room and your brain scans for judgment. You finish a conversation and your brain replays what you said wrong. You try something new and your brain whispers, "What if you fail?" That's not overthinking. That's your mind doing exactly what it was built to do, protect you. But in today's world, that same survival mechanism becomes the source of anxiety. It's why we doubt compliments and dwell on criticism. It's why we hold on to heartbreak long after the person is gone. Negativity bias is real. And it's why healing takes time. Because the brain doesn't let go of perceived threats easily. But here's something powerful. Once you become aware of this bias, you can work with it, not against it. You can start noticing the good more intentionally. You can train your mind to see progress, not just failure. You can remind yourself, this is just my brain trying to protect me. I'm actually okay. Now, let's shift gears to something a little different. Let's talk about performance. Have you ever noticed? You're dragging through work, but the moment your boss walks in, you suddenly become efficient, focused, even a little impressive? Or you're at the gym, tired and slow, until someone starts watching you. And suddenly, you lift heavier, run faster, stand taller. What changed? It's not motivation. It's not adrenaline. It's called the Hawthorne effect. In the 1920s, researchers observed workers in a factory. They tried adjusting the lights, changing break times, shifting routines, and productivity improved. But not because of the changes. The improvement happened because the workers knew they were being observed. Being watched made them care more. Because human beings are social. And deep down, we all want to be seen, valued, acknowledged. We want someone to notice the effort, to recognize the progress, to say, "I see you." That's why some people work better in libraries or cafes. That's why body doubling helps ADHD brains stay focused. Just having another person nearby can shift how you function. Your brain thrives on attention, not in a desperate way, but in a validating way. You want to matter. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this has a dark side too. If your worth is tied too tightly to being seen, you might begin performing for approval. You might start living for validation, not for yourself, but for the applause. That's when the Hawthorne effect turns from motivation into pressure. So what's the balance? Use this effect intentionally. When you're stuck, imagine someone's watching who believes in you. Imagine someone silently cheering for your success. Use it to push yourself, but don't let it become your only fuel. Because real growth happens even when no one's watching. And true confidence is built in the quiet moments, when no one claps, but you keep going anyway. So let's bring this together. You remember what made you feel. You overthink because your brain is protecting you. You perform better when someone is watching because you're wired to connect and be seen. These are not flaws. These are not weaknesses. They're your humanity. If this helped you understand yourself better, like, share, and follow. And remember, the mind is deep, and we've only just begun to explore it.